What's up guys, this is Merc Music and welcome to a quad feed with every gun in Modern Warfare 2. This video is going to feature a quad feed with every primary and secondary weapon in Modern Warfare 2. This is definitely one of the faster quad feed with every gun videos. It's not as fast as Call of Duty Vanguard, but one thing that I do want to mention is that there are no clips in tier 1 in this video. It's all in core. Now this does mean that there will be some exceptions, but you'll see why at different parts of the video. I also want to give a big thanks to my wife Kayrina for helping me with this project and hitting some pretty insane clips in this video as well. So yeah, I won't keep you guys waiting any longer. Let's start off here with the assault rifle, starting with the M4. Pretty sure no one uses this gun in Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. This was actually the first quad feed that I actually hit. It was in the beta and I was streaming and I was able to pull it off. It really wasn't too hard, as I'm sure we all know the M4 is actually probably one of the easiest guns to use in Modern Warfare 2. So yeah, here's a quad feed.
Oh, we got a quad feed! Let's go!
Imagine getting that hyped for an M4 quad feed. I mean, I know I did because it was the first quad feed I hit in the game. But yeah, Kayrina also hit a quad feed with the M4 in the beta as well. She's playing on PS4, so it looks a little funky.
Oh my god! You got a quad!
Imagine getting that hyped for an M4. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I was actually freaking out because that was her first game on, and she was able to hit that, so that's pretty sick. But now we're moving on to the SCAR. I think it's called like the TAC 56 in this game. I was playing with Matt and absolutely went in. The variant of this gun is actually really good too, like the blueprint that you get for starting out.
Oh my! Oh! Reload it! Yes! Bro! Oh my!
But yeah, now we're moving on to our first quad feed that was hit in the full game. Everything you've seen up until this point was hit in the beta, but this is my first quad feed in the full game, at least I think so. I was streaming multiplayer on YouTube. I was trying to go for gold camo on the Cast-Off 7.62, which is the AK-47. Oh my god, it's gonna be so annoying to try to either say the in-game names or the actual real-life names of the guns, but yeah, this is a pretty clean quad feed with the AK.
We got that clean quad feed!
But yeah, even though we'll have moments here and there where clips cut in and out of audio, I also want to be able to just sit down and do a commentary and talk to you guys about the game and also give you guys lots of suggestions on how you can hit really good quad feeds and hit clips in the game like I do for pretty much all of these videos that I make. So starting off with the best game modes to play, I think that Headquarters and Hardpoint are the two best game modes that you can play to hit clips. You can play Domination as well, but I feel like Headquarters and Hardpoint have the best spawns and the best flow on the maps. As I'm sure we all know, the maps in Modern Warfare 2, especially the full game, are overall pretty large, so you need to try to play the maps that are smaller if you want to get those more chaotic moments and be able to have people show up. Because if you're just playing team deathmatch on maps the size of Stonehaven, you can't really expect to hit anything. I mean, maybe you will. Luck and opportunity is always a factor of these videos as well, but there's certain game modes and maps that you can play and, you know, try to force yourself to play even to hit quad feeds.
Yes!
Also, I was so happy to hit that M16 quad feed in the beta because I was trying so hard to hit it in the beta, and the M16, even in the full game, is not very good.
Quad feed!
Ooh, nice. Good job.
Still going?
Yeah, I said I was still going, but I actually stopped right there. Also, it's really weird that the AK-74U is in the assault rifles category. I don't know exactly how that's the case, but we have our last assault rifle right here, the Cast-Off 5.45. Ended up getting a pretty nice split 5-man with it, which we'll talk about splits in a bit, but now we're moving on to the battle rifles. And yeah, can't really make a quad feed with every gun video and not talk about the kill feed in the game. For how things currently are in Modern Warfare 2, which keep in mind, this video is being released within the first week of the game. I mean, really, it's within the first few days of the multiplayer being released and announced. The kill feed in Modern Warfare 2 is actually one of the worst kill feeds I've seen in Call of Duty. Now, it doesn't disappear too quickly, but it also only shows a maximum of 4 kills, which means that if anything gets split at all, it's probably just going to go right off of the screen. But in any other Call of Duty's multiplayer, in any other case, the kill feed would still be on the screen, and it would still be a quad feed. It would just be split. And as I'm sure we all can tell, Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer in its current state at launch is not a full and complete Call of Duty experience. I'm pretty sure later on in the game, we're going to be getting kill feed customization options like we did in Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone, where you can make the kill feed sit on the screen for like 60 seconds. So yeah.
Oh, he killed Sandy.
Yes!
Hey.
What? Oh!
Yeah, that SO14 quad feed was splits, but I just want you guys to know that when we make these kinds of videos, we go for the best quad feeds possible. We're trying to play fast, we're trying to play aggressive. I don't care what the kill feed looks like. We are trying to hit the best possible multis for you guys.
Yes! Let's go! Behind you! Oh my! He's so... Oh!
Yeah, that TAC V clip was sick, and Kayrina proved exactly why Headquarters is such an awesome game mode to play for hitting quad feeds, especially when your buddies get to spectate and watch you hit the clips. It's just so awesome.
Yes! Yes! Let's go! It's done! It's done!
But yeah, that's gonna do it for the battle rifles. Now we're gonna be moving on to the submachine guns in Modern Warfare 2, starting off with the Vel 46. I'm pretty sure this looks familiar to you. It's because it's the MP7 from Modern Warfare 2019, and unfortunately, I got gold camo for this gun before I could hit a quad feed. I don't know why it took so long, but I was able to pull this off even after being flashed.
I got it! I was flashed too! I was flashed and I got it! Let's go!
But since we're on the SMG category in Modern Warfare 2, let's talk about the maps, because SMGs, as I'm sure you guys can tell, in Modern Warfare 2 aren't as good, or at least they don't feel as good as they have in previous Call of Duty games. And that's because weapons in Call of Duty now are shooting projectiles instead of instant hit scans. And in the case of SMGs, this means that Infinity Ward can fine-tune how effective they are at certain ranges. Basically what they've done is they've made SMGs kind of doo-doo at longer ranges. So when you're using them, you want to try to get yourself into situations where you're at closer ranges with the enemies, because you'll notice that the damage drop-off is pretty significant. You can't just be spraying at people at long range with SMGs anymore. So you want to try to play maps that have closer range situations, like the Mercado map is actually pretty good. Farm 18 is amazing for close range stuff, but we still don't really have like a small size map like Shipment, and there's nothing quite like Shoot House in the game currently.
Clean feed, I am so clean.
Also, for what it's worth right now, that Vaznev 9K SMG, that thing is actually insane. Definitely go for it and unlock it and try it out, because right now it is pretty overpowered and broken. Yes. But speaking of overpowered and broken, we're moving on to the PP Bison, which is actually another decent SMG. And again, when it comes to that whole situation about range and the SMGs having this like damage fall off at certain ranges, if you're going to want to hit clips with SMGs in this game, you're going to want to build your weapons to also have some pretty good buffs to the damage range. So definitely look for attachments like the long barrels and certain suppressors that actually give you better damage over range. The attachments you put on your guns in MW2 have a pretty massive impact on how they actually do. You can build your SMGs to be really aggressive so you can actually get closer to people and kill them, or you can build them to just be more effective at longer ranges. But overall, you don't want to put on attachments that will hamper your bullet velocity and your damage over range. But yeah, here's our last SMG right here, the Fennec. I hit this insane quad feed in the beta. It was so good.
Yes! Oh, yes, that was so fucking good! Oh! Oh my god.
But we're all out of SMGs to use, so now we're moving on to the shotgun, starting off with everyone's favorite shotgun, the Lockwood 300, which is the 725 from Modern Warfare 2019. Yes, it is still just as good, and I was able to pull off this cheeky little quad feed with it at the start of a game on Al Baghra, which is another really good match.
There it is.
Yay, I immediately died afterwards.
Oh, that was a miracle.
Just like the SMGs, you're going to want to be trying to put yourself in close quarter situations, which, in this case, it's the middle of the map on Farm 18.
Well.
But next up, we have two of my favorite shotguns to use in this game so far. It's the Bryson 800 and the Bryson 890. I actually hit this quad feed in the same lobby as the 725, and it was just so good.
Ooh, let's go!
But our last shotgun for this video is just a beefier, stronger version of the Bryson 800, which is the Bryson 890. Kind of makes me think of like either Braden or the Brecci. I don't know why. Even Matt said that, but yeah.
Ooh! Let's go! Shotguns are done.
Hopefully you guys have an appreciation for Oonga Boonga noises, because now we're moving on to the light machine gun, starting off here with the Sakin, which is... I don't like this LMG. I don't like a lot of the LMGs. It's just, you know, you have to completely change your play style, which I guess isn't too bad because you're going to see a lot of aggressive play. And I still try to use the LMGs in a very aggressive way. But honestly, if you wanted to hit a quad feed with this in Modern Warfare 2, just like put down a deployable cover and camp. Honestly, it's probably the best way to go about it.
What is happening?
But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me smack them with the Sakin. Now we're moving on to the HCR 56. This is one of the new LMGs. I think it's basically the LMG version of the AUG, and it's actually pretty good. I was able to pull this off on the border crossing map, but I do want to point something out, which again, it's so unfortunate with some of these quad feeds. They're either getting split, or in this case, we're getting near the end of the game, and I literally get a clean quad feed, but the game ends.
Yes! I got it that was at the last second.
But you know what? After I saw that clip, I was like, that is not good enough. I have to keep trying. So literally at like 4 or 5 a.m. last night, I was still playing this game, and this is actually the last quad feed I hit in Modern Warfare 2. Purely just because I lost all my brain cells and decided, you know what, I'm gonna go for the clean quad feed, so here it is.
I got it. I got it. Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
Dude, as I'm scrolling through this project, I'm just so confused as to why there's so many LMGs in this game. But now we're on the 5.56 Icarus. I hit a split with it in the beta.
Yes! I got a split quad, and he was in last stand. That guy was in last stand.
But again, man, these are light machine guns. They have like 75 to 100 rounds on average. So we gotta keep pushing. We gotta keep trying to hit the clean quad feeds when possible. And Kayrina was able to pull this off in third-person mode on the beta.
Yes! I'll go, baby! Yes! Keep going!
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say if you need a hype man for hitting quad feeds in Call of Duty, I am definitely the person for that. But if you thought that I got loud, just watch this clip with the raw MG.
Breaking
Yeah, I would have tried to go for a clean quad feed with the raw LMG, but that clip was too hilarious to me, and I wanted that to be the quad feed for the video, so yeah. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this clean quad feed with the RPK.
Get it? Yes! Oh, dude, that was nasty.
And now that we hit the quad feed with the millionth LMG in this game, we're on the last one, which is the Rap H. I was playing third person, but I just decided to stay sights up in third person mode because it's just easier. This is how you really use LMGs.
Yes! I just waited for it. I just waited for it. And now we push him. Oh my god.
Patience is a virtue, and Sentinels know that better than anyone. But now we're moving on to the Marksman rifle, starting off here with the EBR-14, which in other Call of Duty games, it's the M14. I had no attachments on it, and by some miracle, I was able to pull this off.
I got it! I did it! Yes!
But now we're moving on to the SPR, which is actually one of my favorite guns to use, and I know this clip might look kind of gross. I was going for the prone kills, and this is the clip that I unlocked gold camo in. As you can see when we slow it down, I got a collat right there.
Ooh! Yo! I got a collat there! That was actually a quad feed, but it went off screen so fast because I died right after.
Yeah, once again, the current Modern Warfare 2 kill feed is doing me dirty. So you know what? We're on the racetrack map, which is actually not too bad for sniping because there's a lot of good, like, open areas to be able to snipe people in. Which, by the way, do we consider the SPR to be a sniper? It's technically in the Marksman rifles category, but I think everyone pretty much just refers to it as a sniper. But yeah, pop this guy for the clean quad feed and then pop another for a 5-man.
That was insane. That was disgusting.
And see, that's exactly why I was so happy to put this clip in the video as well. I almost didn't. I actually just dragged it in, but I want to try to show you guys the best possible quad feeds as well, especially like the Lockwood MK2. This is also another really fun marksman rifle to use, and I hit this in third person in the beta. It was so nice.
Dude, I just had a 5-man. That's my first clean with MK2.
Now we're moving on to the LMS, and you know, the marksman rifles category is such an interesting one because you have this mix of very boring to use weapons like this, but then also really fun snipers.
I got it! I got it! Let's go! Let's go!
But guys, now we're moving on to what I think is my favorite marksman rifle to use, which is the SAB-50. It is the beefier version of the SPR in the game, and oh, I hit this beast clip on all Bagra. It's so much fun to be able to rush around with the marksman rifles and play aggressive and hit clips like this. It's just so satisfying.
I was still trying to go. That was nasty. Okay, the way that this gun came to be is that the TAC 56 took a rancid shit, and then this gun is what came out. Wait! I got it! Oh!
Yeah, that's gonna do it for the marksman rifles. Now we're moving on to the real snipers, and I needed to let that last clip speak for itself because the TAC M takes quite a long time to unlock because you have to level up the SCAR, which is the TAC 56, in order to get that gun. It took a long time to get, and Kayrina was going for it, but I decided to, you know, like, level up the gun and get it on my account so I could try to hit, and I got it like my first life with no attachments, which was pretty crazy. But now we're starting off here with the MCPR 300. This sniper is a beast.
Ooh! Let's go!
There you
You
go.
almost got a quad feed.
Oh, it was! 5-man!
But now we're moving on to the Signal 50. I have a few clips of this gun from the beta. It's basically the links from Call of Duty Ghosts, and you have to play a little bit more passively with it, but look at this.
Did I get the last guy?
You did.
I did? I don't have the feed. I don't have the kill feed. Was it clean?
It was.
What? Oh, please tell me you recorded it.
This is why it's so awesome to have a wife that records video games too, because here's Kayrina's perspective, and I actually hit that quad feed, and it was really aggressive and cool.
Did I get the last guy?
You did.
I did?
But purely for the sake of trying to get you guys the best quad feeds, here's another clean quad feed with the Signal 50 without getting flashbanged and having someone ruin it. Now, I definitely had to hard scope because the Signal 50 is the slowest sniper in this game.
Ooh!
Now, if you're wondering why it sounded like I lost all my brain cells there, it's because I was trying so hard to hit a clean quad feed with it in the beta, and the main reason it was so difficult is because you couldn't change the attachments on the Signal 50. It might be better in the full game, but since I hit a clean quad feed, I have not touched the gun since. But now we're on the LAB 330, and what I like so much about the snipers in the full game is you can play so much more aggressively with them. Like, these snipers compared to the Modern Warfare 2019 snipers, in my opinion, so far at least, are so much more fun and so much better to use. And I got this insane streak with it, ended up getting a collat right here, got another one, and then the fourth kill is split, but it was still really nice.
Ooh!
And last, but definitely not least on our list for the sniper rifles in this game is the SPX-80, which, if you can't tell already, this is the intervention in Modern Warfare 2. And I was able to just barely squeeze out a clean quad feed with it.
Yes!
But guys, now we're on our last primary in Modern Warfare 2. It's the Riot Shield, and even though there's no tier 1 in the game currently, I was still able to pull off a pretty nice streak with it. Playing some, what was this? Hard points on Embassy? Yeah, this is actually a pretty good map to play as well. It's not on screen, but I was still able to bash 5 people with it, and it was so close. So I hope you guys can still appreciate the fact that I went for it.
I got it! He's weak! Yes! We got a 5-piece!
But that's gonna do it for the quad feeds with all of the primaries in Modern Warfare 2. Now we're moving on to the secondaries, starting off here with the handguns. And just like the Riot Shield clip, I wanted to talk about splits and basically what we are thinking about doing. Since we don't have tier 1 in the game, and certain weapons like the Riot Shield and the pistols and some other guns as well are very hard to use, we're thinking about actually doing this project all over again once tier 1 is in the game. Which, by the way, I wanted to point something out. There was this secret Bruin 45 pistol in the beta for Modern Warfare 2, and I hit this insane 7-man headshot feed with it. It was split, but I wanted to point out that I think this gun, which was called the Bruin 45 in the beta, I think this is actually still the P890, which is the starting pistol in the game. Both handguns have the same in-game icon, kill feed icon, and starting magazine size, so I think they're the same. But now we're moving on to the 50 GS, which is the Deagle in the game. It's unfortunately, in my opinion, kind of worse than the one in Modern Warfare 2019, but I was still able to hit a split.
There it is. Split.
And again, man, since so many of the pistol quad feeds are split, this is exactly why we're considering trying to do this all over again, but just in tier 1, because the pistols will do so much better in tier 1 versus just regular core modes. I mean, this was a clip from the beta. I was using the X12, and I had to go for headshots because the pistol's not going to kill them if you just shoot them in the body, but I was able to hit a 5-man headshot feed with it.
Off screen, but I'll take it as 4 headshots. That's insane!
One thing I will say, though, is that by not having tier 1 as kind of like a crutch, or at least just having it as a mode to help hit some of these feeds, it was very interesting. It was definitely a bigger challenge, and it kind of made it more fun in that sense. But the Basilisk pistol, this thing is a beast. But it was still a split quad feed.
I got a split feed! Oh!
And finally, our last handgun here is the only fully automatic handgun in the game. It is the X13. It's the full auto version of the X12, which I think basically makes this gun the Glock of the game. I was able to pull this off playing third person in the beta, and it was split again. But guys, it's time to put away the pistols and bring out the big boys, the launchers. This is definitely one of the more difficult categories, and there are some really nice quad feeds in here, but also some struggle as well. You'll see why in a bit, but first.
Oh! Yes! Yes! Let's fucking go! Whoa! Oh! Oh!
Wow.
I'm a little deaf, but
Oh!
congrats.
Yeah, dude, that Pila quad in the beta was insane, but now we're moving on to the Strela P, which is where things immediately get very sad, because this thing has a pitiful blast radius, and even though it probably is possible to hit a quad, like a one-shot quad, or get a quad feed with it in core, it's gonna take some serious time. And I'm definitely looking more forward to trying to hit a quad feed with it in tier 1, because the pitiful blast radius won't be as punishing in hardcore, or basically tier 1. Now, I did try some different methods. As you saw, I got a one-shot triple, but then I got shot in the back, so I wasn't able to pull it off. And that clip on border crossing was me attempting to try to get a streak with it, while also trying to blow up cars and kill people. But ultimately, you're gonna need something like this. This was against bots, and it just goes to show that you need a giant cluster of people together to get a quad with it. But now we're moving on to the Javelin. It's called the Joker in this game. This clip was from the beta, and I was doing some ground war. I kind of figured that this would be a good mode to play to try to hit a Javelin quad because there's so many people, but still, it comes down to chance. You know, you need a lot of luck and opportunity if you're gonna try to hit a Javelin quad. So I started off here with a triple, and I'm just waiting, but someone times out, and then I get another kill, and it was split. I mean, granted, a guy on the other team was also shooting a Javelin. So now we're still in the beta. This is 6v6, and we're doing, I think it was some hard points on farm 18, and I'm just firing a couple of shots over here. It's like the in-between points between the hard point and where they spawn. Started off here with a single. I'm waiting to hopefully get a triple next, but as you can see, one of our teammates died to a bomb drone, and it's split. So here we are. Now we're on market using the Joker, and I'm firing it into the middle. The hard point's right in the middle, so I figure there's gonna be a lot of people. First shot gets a triple, and I'm just sitting here waiting for the 4th kill to happen. But since you have to wait, here's a teammate getting a headshot, and it's already split. So ultimately, I didn't have any luck being able to hit this quad feed, but here's the full game now. We're playing on border crossing, and Kayrina's playing on the PS4, so it's really weird, like the Javelin does not actually load in the kill feed. It's just one of those weird PS4 things. She gets a double to quad, though, which was insane.
Oh! Let's go! Let's go, you got it!
Absolutely insane 6-man from Kayrina with the Javelin in this game. But guys, this is the last launcher. We're using the RPG, doing some headquarters on Embassy. Started off here with a triple. There's still a lot of people, and I get the clean quad.
I got it! Oh my god!
Yay!
Yes! I another one! No, I almost blew him up. I almost got a 5-man.
But that's gonna do it for the launchers. Now we're moving on to our last category here, which is secondary melee weapons. And there's only one in the game. It's the combat knife, which I actually wanted to mention something for the launchers. Another good suggestion is to use the munition box so you can get extra shots with your launchers. It's actually very helpful. But you also need a lot of luck because enemies will be using EOD or trophy systems. So just keep that in mind as well. But yeah, here's a split knife quad feed from the beta.
I got split quad.
So in the Modern Warfare 2 beta, the only way that you could actually knife people is you had to have a throwing knife on your class, and then you would be meleeing them essentially with the throwing knife. But in the full game, we actually have the combat knife right here. And as you can see, I'm trying to get the next couple of people, and I was able to get a split 5-man with it, which was pretty insane. But guys, that is all of the quad feeds with the secondaries in Modern Warfare 2. Now we have some bonus clips, starting off here with the Juggernaut. You know, the Jug does have a minigun, so technically I should be hitting a quad feed with this as well. So you know what? In the beta, I ended up earning the Juggernaut suit, and I got this pretty nice quad feed with it.
There's the quad feed.
Now, as far as it goes for trying to get a quad feed with every kill streak or quad feed with every piece of equipment in Modern Warfare 2, I don't necessarily think I'll be doing that unless it's something that you guys really want to see. I usually don't get too much demand for it, but I know that some people suggest it and they want to see it, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But either way, that didn't really stop me from getting some random quad feeds here and there with kill streaks. I mean, here we got the Stealth Bomber on Museum, which Museum, for whatever reason, is not in the full game. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have too much else to talk about, but I just realized I didn't even really get to talk about like class setups and stuff for going for quad feeds and stuff like that. One thing I would definitely recommend, depending on the weapon you're using, is either putting focus or fast hands on and 100% quick fix. Quick fix is probably the best ultimate perk in the game, which is really funny because quick fix was just like a stock perk in Modern Warfare 2019, and now they've made it an ultimate perk, which to me says a lot about how effective it is, because if you're going to be running around and playing aggressively and people are shooting you, you need to get your health to regenerate faster, which is one of the best things you can use in the game.
Oh my god, that was insane.
But guys, that's gonna do it for a quad feed with every gun in Modern Warfare 2. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. We put so many hours and time and effort into making this video possible, whether that was just, you know, grinding for the quad feeds, and also how long it takes to actually build a project like this. I mean, this is a 22-minute video. And we got all of this done within a few days of the game being released. So I would greatly appreciate it if you guys could like and share this video, do whatever you can to help this video blow up. Even though we had some split feeds here and there, and not everything goes exactly how you want it to, every single year we work extremely hard on this video, and I hope you guys can appreciate that. The whole reason we put in so much time and effort is because you guys are the best, and you deserve to have the best quad feed with every gun video possible. So yeah, now that this quad feed project is done, we are considering doing a quad feed with every gun in tier 1 on Modern Warfare 2. Obviously in the future we will do quad feed with every DLC gun on this game, but if you guys have any suggestions for any other quad feed videos we should do, make sure to leave a comment below. And with that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. I really do hope you guys enjoyed a quad feed with every gun on Modern Warfare 2. If you guys did enjoy this video and you're looking forward to more quad feed videos in the future, make sure to drop a like. I'll see you guys later.
Oh, one more. That's gonna be split. He didn't peek!